Well, Hannah, welcome to the KQ show. We're so glad you're here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Well, and Michael, I appreciate you being here as well. So I hope that you feel free to pipe up and speak on any of this. Add in your 2 cents, I guess I should say.
We are now recording.
We're now live.
Yeah.
We don't profess to be professionals by any means. I mean, we're just, oh my goodness. Well, well, now that you know about us, Hannah, tell us about you.
Well, I mean, I'm also in the same boat. Like I just like to have a good time and you can't take life too seriously. So I always laugh and find a good part about it. But yeah, so I am the director of social media marketing and content creation at Pig Science. I graduated from LSU with a bachelor's degree in marketing. And I figured I wanted to use my skills. So my aunt, as the founder of one of the founders of Pick Science, presented me this opportunity to be in the content creation space and really use my skills in a meaningful way. And so I just kind of jumped from there, and I started out doing just content creation, just research and trying to find out like the back end of certain applications and different ways to, and also different platforms. And then all the way to execution and actually seeing something on the screen. And so then I moved into a more of a leadership role where I'm managing another Pick Science member and studying for the LSAT to go to law school, hopefully next year.
That's a full load right there. Wow. I mean, that is a full load.
Yeah.
Busy. My goodness, busy. So,
Yeah.
what exactly is this Pick Science that we hear a lot about?
Yes. So Pick Science was founded by three scientists, Venkata Bogaraju, Misty Thompson, and Paige Jones, my aunt. And initially it was a creative design company where they're just trying to develop animations and illustrations to get their thoughts, get their research and communicate it in a way that other people can process it and engage with it and understand it. And so soon after that, it branched off into K through 12, where we worked with teachers to develop more content, more different applications and things, and for math and science. And now it's just a combination of all of these aspects. And we work hand in hand with students, with teachers, with tutors, with parents, even, to provide resources that they can use and will helpfully help their students become more successful in math and science.
Well, I think that's awesome. And
Yeah, that is.
the how do you get that out to them? So, I mean, how do you get them? How do they know about Pick Science?
So we're really about social media like Facebook, Instagram, even websites. So we try and push all of we call it our content library, where we just have a bunch of resources for K through 12 and in math and science. And it's available on the website for free. And we also do, certain different things like on Amazon, we have workbooks and different practice materials. But to spread the word, so to speak, it's really on social media where we're kind of just focusing on getting people to know about it.
Well, that's awesome. And especially with all the big math and science movement that's going on, I think that's great. And how I heard about you guys was Alex Wright's mother contacted me to advertise on the billboards, and she ran a big T-shirt campaign, which was really cool. And so, what is Alex? What's that connection? How is Alex involved in it?
Yeah, so Alex and the Wright family, our family friends, their hometown is Elba, Alabama, and um, it was just a great fit because we both have the same kind of vision when it comes to helping kids in the community and giving back, and you know, because he had this sort of like natural natural inclination to be like to have be in be a part of his community and helping out his kid and helping out children. It was just an easy fit. And so I interviewed him when he was still at UAB, and yeah, that interview was really eye-opening for me because he was all about just giving advice to his younger self, and in turn like just people that look up to him that are still in high school and wondering about if they should go to college or what type of college, and maybe they want to do a sport, like different aspects of college. And I think we became I learned a little bit more about him and his vision and what he's like aiming to do. So it really worked out from there. And since then, you know, we've been really good partners. His first sort of Pick Science event was called the Impact for Change Tour, where he went to his hometown or his previous elementary school. And he it was so sweet. The kids all this was right before the draft day, so the kids all like wrote like sweet notes to him and said like good luck, Alex, and they were just so excited to see him. But he came back and just sort of talked to them about perseverance and having confidence and being a good student and getting good grades and stuff like that. So, and then we as Pick Science, we showed up as well and donated some of our workbooks to the school. So, and then this month of July, a couple weeks ago, he did a backpack drive where he gave out backpacks full of school supplies to the children in Elba. So it's just like we're just doing like these different partnerships, different events to just kind of showcase our like-minded vision.
That's awesome. Now we know who Alex Wright is, but we need to probably tell everybody else who he is in case they just don't know. But like you said, he's from Elba, and now I don't know all of his positions that he played, but he was recently drafted into the NFL. And Michael, you could take it from here, unless you know him, because I'm sorry, I don't know all that stuff
I did
about
find out it was the defensive end position
defense
for Cleveland Browns.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I should have known.
No.
Well, good. That's great, and he has a great platform then to really speak to these children, to influence them to really take math serious. Because as a child, I didn't realize how much you used it. Oh my goodness, and I'm sure you didn't. And Michael, I don't know. He had a drill sergeant for parents, so it may have been drilled in him. I don't know. But you use it for cooking. You use it for all kinds of different things.
Shopping
Yeah,
is my favorite one because it's like I mean, if you see a sign like 50% off, you're like, oh, okay, great. But then when you get in there and you're looking at the price tag, and you're like, okay, how much is that? Like, yeah, it's everywhere. It's all a part of our lives.
right. It is. And you just don't realize that as a kid, you're forced to do all this crazy problems, and anyway. I can remember complaining about having to do all of it. I'm never going to use this, but actually, you do. You actually do. Um, so, what are the future plans for Pick Science?
Well, so we just finished we call it the Pick Science Summer Takeover. So we were in Dothan at the Hawk Houston Youth Enrichment Learning Center. We were in Ozark at the Boys and Girls Club. And then we were even at the Elbow Public Library. And we just gave kids head start in math for before the upcoming school year. So we had noticed that a lot of times when kids go back to school in the fall, they need sometimes weeks, sometimes months, like to catch up from the summer, because it's just that it's something about that summer break that it's just like kids just forget all the things that they learned the previous year. And so when they come to school in the next year, it's like they need time to catch up. So we figured maybe let's get them in the summer break, and we spent some time one-on-one helping them with certain math topics. So our thing at Pace Science is we really focus in on the basic fundamentals. So, and we try to figure out like where exactly, because student learning is so individualized and it's so custom that like one teaching one student one thing isn't going to work for the rest of the group. Like you really need to figure out each student's strengths and weaknesses. So we did that this summer and it was really, really successful. And we saw a lot of improvement with the students from week 1 to week 3, just using this like customized, individualized method of figuring out where they need help and then going from there. And so we hope to continue this again next summer. And in the meantime, just expanding our reach and getting the word out. And so since this summer was pretty packed, we'll be planning next summer very, very soon. So we're really excited.
So, of course, I went to your website once I heard about you and checked it out. Now, there's some very advanced science on there that's not just for children, but it seems like it's targeted towards, is that college or professionals? Or, I mean,
So, mhm.
very advanced.
Yeah. So we have biology from like the 9th grade biology all the way up to like research and in college. So that was part of the like beginning stages of Pick Science when they were doing more so of that. But we've just developed really good content. So we're like, we'll just keep it and see if it might help someone. So but we have a very wide range of different resources for students, teachers, parents, anybody.
And that's great. And you know what? There is something that I was thinking about that we already touched on, but I wanted to bring it back around in everyday use. These children, to keep their interest, you know, whether they realize it or not, math is in music. And when you're counting the beats and when all the different notes. And Michael, this is your specialty. This is your expertise, actually. So you can speak up on this and how this comes around, because he's a super producer, and actually going to an award show Sunday for a song that's nominated, and that's pretty cool. But anyway, Michael, you can talk about that and how to incorporate the children.
Yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations.
I would love to. Yeah, thank you for thank you for that. Yes. Um, but yes, I would love to incorporate music in what you all are doing. Jeannie was saying beats per minute, BPMs is what it is. So it's like slow the tempo down, up the tempo, but it's beats per minute. But yeah, I want to focus in on taking young kids and teaching them how to write songs, be producers, engineering, all sorts of things. Get them hands on early on in the music industry and develop those talents if they have those talents and stuff like that. And I think us coupling with you will be a great benefit for that, and it'd be like a base camp or something like that. That would be really cool.
Yes, of course. I mean, I am if anybody knows me, they know that I love music and I've always been that way. So that is just already a natural yes, but also I agree. Music is definitely has math incorporation, and you could learn a lot from just knowing math, and it's just all over the place.
Mhm.
So that's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I
And not
wish
just
I,
counting, but not just counting the beats, beats per minute is what you said,
Yeah.
but fractions. You have to know fractions to know music.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's actually really technical to put it together. It's not, what you may say, oh, that song is great, but there's a whole lot of technical that goes behind it, that
Sure.
the average person doesn't realize.
Yeah. Well, especially in the mixing and mastering engineering process, especially when you're cutting and pasting vocals and stuff like that, you got to know where to put it. And so yeah, you would not need to understand fractions. So because you're seeing it, and what's so cool about in the digital world of software and music, they have all these lines that you can see, and each line represents a a math problem, to be honest with you. So
Yeah,
it's imperative. It's imperative that you know your math. Yeah. So
right. And like I said, like pick science, we're really like into just the basic fundamentals. Like if you don't know your basic fundamentals, then even the advanced things, it's just not going to work because you don't
yeah.
have that like foundation.
Now I do want to ask you this, because we see in math and how they're raising kids, like we did math differently from what they're doing math. You
That's right.
know, I don't know. It's weird to me, but at the end of the day, they still come up with the right answer. So are they showing their work? And what does that look like? Tell me more about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been definitely uh not a challenge. Well, yeah, I'll say it's been a challenge to kind of determine how the kids learned this topic because there's just been
Yeah.
so many different types of learning methods. And so we say that, look, there's more than one way to skin a cat. As long as you're showing your work and getting the correct answer, then I mean, you use whatever method you like, whatever method is good for you, and whatever method you feel like is going to help you or you connect with the most. I think we encourage that to the fullest. I was always, back in the day, I was taught to be like to do certain things a certain way, and it's like I like that nowadays there's different methods and different teaching
Mhm.
things, and like, yeah, so I think it's great, but I do think, yes, showing your work is always, always, always important, because then if you don't get the right answer, we can see where it went wrong.
Mhm.
That's
Cool.
Yeah.
well. Well, I will be back in touch with you, especially when you're back in town. And I really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us and telling us all about this pig science. And I can't wait to see what else comes of it and what we can do to bring the children in with the music and math and help them understand how important it is to math. And it's actually pretty cool, and the things you can do with it if you just learn the basics. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Completely agree. Completely agree. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I think this is just like amazing what you're both doing. And I'm just really excited for what's next.
well, we appreciate you guys because you're really connecting the community here. You're connecting the dots out there, and for the children that kind of are falling through the cracks,
Yeah.
from the school system, and that is huge because unfortunately the rural areas don't always get what they need, and it's just good that you guys are making it available for these teachers and these children, and making it entertaining and fun. And Alex's platform and his name, if he's behind it, that should be very appealing to many, many children and adults as well. I think that's exciting. And you too. You're a beautiful young woman, and we appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, thanks so much, and you have a great evening.
Yes, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right.